The Arthur G. Dozier School for Boys in Marietta. For decades, it was a house of horrors for the children. Students suffered everything from beatings to sexual abuse and more at the hands of teachers.
Now, some survivors are getting compensation for what they went through. WEAR's Melanie Levy joins us. And Melanie, hundreds of these victims are finally getting paid.
Sue, I talked to victims today who, even more than 50 years later, they're still getting choked up when they talk about what happened to them as kids.
We literally lived in fear 24 hours a day.
And they were strapped to a bed and beaten to a pulp.
Bryant Middleton is a Vietnam veteran and a great-grandfather. He's approaching his 80s now. Although he's well into his adult life, the horrors he says he endured at the Arthur G. Dozier School for Boys has stayed with him for life. His story isn't just his, though. Reports of abuse at the Dozier School for Boys date back as early as 1900 when it opened. Middleton says that for decades, students ages 5 to 16 were tormented by instructors. He also says they were sexually abused, beaten, chained, and some even died. Now, they'll be receiving compensation.
This is good closure for me. Good physical, mentally, and emotional closure.
The process began in 2005 when Middleton and 3 others requested a formal investigation into the school. He wasn't seeking money, but rather a look into the conditions students were still living in. Dozier officially closed its doors in 2011. In 2021, attorneys at Levin Papantonio took things a step further. They put together a pro bono system for survivors to file claims of abuse between 1940 and 1975.
So we've been working on this for about 3 years to try to get them some type of compensation. But what's really important to them is that they get recognized, that they get justice.
Lawyers at the firm turned to state lawmakers for help. Governor DeSantis signed into law Bill HB 21 in 2024. Among other things, it directed victims be compensated. More than 900 survivors will split $20 million in reparations, about $21 grand per person. Survivor Richard Hill says not everyone is satisfied with the amount of money they're receiving.
I think a lot of people are disappointed in that. I mean, gratefully we got something, but we didn't feel like we got enough, actually, for what we went through at Dozier School for Boys.
The amount of money is a meager, almost an insult.
No one from the school was ever officially charged with abuse, but the state of Florida did issue an apology. Survivors are expected to receive their checks within the next 14 days. In the studio, Melanie Levy, WEAR News.